So, you've entered the sport of high-performance driving, and you're looking to invest in a car that can handle the abuse that only a racetrack can inflict. But what car do you choose? Luckily, Ford has an answer to that very question. Actually, they have two answers.
Today we are here at beautiful Blackhawk Farm to answer that quintessential question that every sports car buyer has on their mind when they go to purchase their next car.
Do I go the big engine muscle car?
Or do we go with the practical hot hatch?
So today we are going to drive both cars. As you can see, we've got a 2015 Ford Mustang Roush Edition RS2
and a 2016 Ford Focus RS.
Right here we have two cars that really could not be any different from the setup that they are, but they're both from Ford.
Yes.
And they are both within the $40,000 range, depending on options.
Sure.
The Roush, you're going to go a little bit higher because you're paying for the body kits and all that stuff. So basically the whole point of today is which one is going to be better around the track. It's going to be the Mustang. In fact, I am so confident that
pink slips?
No, we're not going pink slips. Not that point. But lunch is on me.
Okay.
If the RS actually beats the Mustang around the track.
It's the deal.
All right. Let's just be honest, there's just something about a Mustang, just getting in it, the feel of it.
It's got that whole nostalgia.
Yeah.
50 years now.
That's right, 50 years of nonstop production. I mean, yeah, there's a few years in there we'd like to forget about.
Of course, every car's got it.
But, you know, overall, it's an amazing car. One of the things that Ford kicked ass in was these brakes. These brakes are unbelievable. I mean, you and I have been on some track days.
Besides stopping power.
Well, the stopping, the pedal feel. The moment that you put your foot on the pedal, you instantly feel it grab. Now, some people have said that they feel that the brakes with the performance pack is a little too grabby.
Okay.
Personally, I mean, on the track, that's kind of what you want in the first place, is those grabby brakes, but never any fade. You know, the brakes, every single time that you get on them, it grips, and it grips hard. They're just amazing, amazing brakes. What I will say about this engine, I am a huge fan of this Coyote engine. This thing loves to be abused. It keeps wanting to go and go and go. You always have plenty of power at your fingertips, and it begs for it. It just begs for it.
You always know you're in a V8.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, I know we mentioned it, but that sound is just intoxicating. The Mustang is a great car, especially for the price point. You get a lot of car for the money. You know, when you're talking $36,000, $40,000 in between there, depending on the options that you get, you know, you're getting a 436 horsepower car that is extremely track capable.
Those things have always been like a big bang for your buck car. Absolutely, always. In fact, now that they actually import them to Europe, I think it's like a #1 selling sports car in England. You know, because they've always wanted, they yearn for that big engine, and you know, with the fuel economy or the fuel rate being so astronomically high there, you know, they always gone to the smaller, more efficient engines. So the sales are off the charts here now because it's finally you're offering a V8 at a very, very decent price point. So that's always been one of the Mustang's strongest suit.
Looking to get into track racing and you're looking for a car, you know, there's a lot of options out there. Personally, like I said, I'm a big fan of the Mustang. It's got everything that you need. So I guess the only thing left for us to do is to get in the RS and take a look and kind of see the difference there. You know, we're talking hot hatch versus muscle car. Paul, here we are in Focus RS. This is a great car.
First time in America?
Yes, first time in America. Amazing car. So what are your thoughts on this?
Right away, when you get in and you start driving, you got that clutch feel. And the clutch feel is actually pretty nice, but you do have to get used to it because the catch is like literally 2 inches off the floor.
Yeah, the catch really, I mean, you just twitch your foot and you're engaged.
You know, you get the 350 horsepower, 350 pounds of torque.
Which is a lot out of this little engine.
Yeah, it's a little 2.3 four-cylinder. Ironically, it's out of the four-cylinder Mustang, but they changed some of the heads and other components.
Well, and the tuning's different.
And the tuning's different, yes, and so they got it up to the 350. And they also added the little soundtrack to the exhaust, the pops and burbles, which is a lot of fun.
I love those little pops and burbles.
Now it doesn't have that throaty V8 like the Mustang, but it does have. It's kind of nice, and honestly, I don't think there's any other car that has that in a four-cylinder format. The handling, I mean, talking very precise. I know the Mustang's a little bit more laid back. This is, you know, very like on your toes handling. It has electronic steering, so there is a little bit of a muted feedback, but it is precise and it is quick. The ratios are definitely quick on this.
This car is extremely nimble. I mean, extremely nimble. And you know, I know that there's, especially when in an all-wheel drive car, you get a lot of that understeer when going in the turns. And this handles it great.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. This thing is planted.
Well, that's the whole all-wheel drive unit. This is a little bit different than your typical all-wheel drive units. I'm not going to get into the specifics because it's been talked about ad nauseum.
Right, yeah.
But basically, what their goal was to try to make it behave like a rear-wheel drive car. And I think they're successful because you do get that like push from the rear end as you're trying to get through the turn.
Right.
So it does.
And the front end just helps pull you through.
And the front end just helps pull you through, especially once you're past that apex. Just give it all the gas you got, and it will go.
Yeah.
The brakes are really nice. They don't have that grabbiness of as your Mustang does,
right?
But they do have that aggressive linear feel, and they do have good stopping power.
But it's nice that Ford, with both of these cars, taking that stuff into consideration.
Yeah,
it's not just a street, because they know guys like us are going to take these things to the track.
Yeah, and if you don't track your car, what really is the point of getting an RS? I mean, maybe a Mustang is more of a GT cruiser,
right? But
if you're not going to track or autocross your RS, it really, like, what was the point?
But if you're looking to spend around $40,000 to get into a track car, Ford has got two amazing options at your disposal. All right, so we have just gone out and we've driven both cars. We've talked about what we liked, what we didn't like. Next is basically we got to get Cam out here and do some hot laps and see what these things can do time-wise. Cam, why don't you come out here? First thing you're going to do is take out the Mustang.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I've actually never driven one of these. So it's gonna be real exciting. The high horsepower, being able to put the power down, drive it out of corners, really have to work it. I'm really stoked about it. So I'm really looking forward to drive the Mustang, but you know, this Focus
here we
over
got
here.
the RS here.
Yeah, you know what, it's the RS. It's the brand new RS, so I'm so excited to drive it. Again, has the all-wheel drive, so it should definitely hook up to the track really well. And I'm really excited because this track is tight, doesn't have the big long straights that the Mustang might keep up with, so this thing can definitely catch up in the corner, so I'm really excited to see what happens.
With that being said, let's get you in the Mustang and see what she does.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on here? Okay, I am not liking this. This is not cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've driven a lot of Mustangs, and this one is just great for being pretty much mostly stock. Its steering is a little loose. It's not quite nice and tight like you really want it to be, but you know, it's not the end of the world. It's responsive, it's where you want it to go, and that's really all that matters. The braking in this car is really, really great. You know, this car is really heavy compared to the RS. And I'll be honest, that pedal, I mean, is just right there. It's just like a racing pedal. It's nice and stiff. Not quite as stiff as some others, but it's still fantastic. But I really do love the shifting in this car. But letting off the clutch, the car is much more aggressive when rolling off the clutch than the RS, it seems. A little bit of trail braking here, get a little bit of a nice late apex here, rolling to the throttle, trying to get to it, playing the throttle. Little carousel here. You know, the car's not bad. When you jump off the throttle, the car really rotates, which is really nice because then you can play with the throttle so much more. We're gonna try third gear here. Oh, the throttle response in third is great still. I tried not going down to second there just to see what would happen, see how much power this car still really had. And it's actually really solid still in third gear. Although the power is there, does understeer quite a bit, but as soon as you step on that throttle, the power just really rips this car around. But again, you have the 8 cylinders. I mean, the power you can really get down the straightaway is so much better than the RS. But man, I love that braking. I love the braking. It's so fantastic. You just really throw this car around. Oh man, I love it. It's so great. From a dead stop, I love this car because it's a little Focus. You don't expect the power that it has, in all honesty, it's great. I'm absolutely loving it. Biggest things that's noticeable right off the bat with this car is this seat. It's supposed to hug you, supposed to make you feel like you're in a bit of a racing seat, but honestly, it kind of gets in the way a little bit. I mean, now I'm a little guy, so I sit really close, but it's still kind of in my way when I'm trying to shift. You can throw into this car into the corner, but it sticks really, really well. Now there's no need for a 6th gear here at this racetrack. I'm gonna try second into the last and final corner, a little too low. But you can't really get this car to step out, which is really, really nice. Although it doesn't have the torque and horsepower that the Mustang has, but it really is a solid car on track. Man, I love this car so much. You know that the Mustang has really great braking though, I will say that. I'm really able to get that really heavy, big, fat car to a nice stop. With this car, it struggles a little bit. Shifts. Oh man, I mean, when you're really getting through these gears here, it really, really nice and smooth, man. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love this car.
Many RS owners are modifying their cars, so just to see how easy it is to add some extra horsepower, we ordered the B1 Flasher package from Montoon USA to see how much faster it really makes the RS.
See how this does. Whoa, wow, oh my. I mean, immediately I noticed the difference. I haven't even made a lap yet, and I've already noticed the difference. This is crazy. The acceleration is so much more aggressive, and you know it gets to seem to get to a little bit of a power band, and then it just really kicks in. Oh my! About $4,000, it just really decides to just kick it. Oh my! Wow! Oh, that's awesome. This car comes alive with that tune in this thing.
All right, Cam, so you took both cars out. You did 5 laps each.
Yeah.
With both cars, get the tires all heated up and everything. And so what'd you think?
Man, oh man, it's a tough one. You know, driving a Ford daily it's kind of, you know, I really want to push towards that one and stuff like that, but you know, this one was insane. This one was so much fun. The Mustang has all that power down the straightaways, and that can make the difference. You know, having that power to really pull you down the straights can really make the difference. But you know what, the handling was great in it, but the steering was a little light in this one, and going over to the Focus, the steering was nice and tight, and it feels like it has a shorter box in it, almost like an 8-to-1, and this is running a 12-to-1 kind of steering box, and it's, you know, its power though is really great response-wise, but the bottom end kind of struggles a little bit. You know, when you put it down, it is a low horsepower car, so when you put it to the floor, it takes a little bit for it to all of a sudden kick in, but when you put it to the floor in the Mustang, she likes to step out, likes to slide really easily, so you have to work it really hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so who won? Because that's all I care about, because I got a bet here.
Yeah, I'm
waiting
for my lunch.
Yeah.
am I gonna get lunch too?
It depends on how you answer this question.
Oh boy.
So, who is actually faster around the track?
Well, I happen to have the results right here.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Got a 126.9 on the Mustang.
Okay. That's respectable.
Yep.
I can deal with that.
But we got a 124.6 on the RS. Okay. And after the tune.
Okay, how much faster was the Monsoon on the RS?
All right, now it's a short track.
It is a short
So
track.
every little second is
right.
It helps.
Yes.
Okay,
We know. Come on.
123.
You're just dragging it out.
123.4.
All right, so I'm not happy about it.
1.2 seconds faster with the tune
Okay.
on a short track.
All right, so I'm not happy that the RS won. However, that being said, I mean, think about it. 2 cars from Ford that are badass, that can handle a track, that actually were, within a few seconds of each other. Okay. I would have preferred the Mustang a little bit faster. Cam, I'm blaming you for that.
Well, I guess not much for me.
However, that being said, in this situation, if you're looking for a car that is anywhere between $36,000 to $40,000, that you want to start getting into the sport of going to these track events or doing autocross, whatever the case may be, you really can't go wrong with either decision.
Absolutely
I
not.
think we can all agree on that.
I mean,
So-
the RS took the badge of honor home today. But
Yes,
that
thank
was
you
just
for
on
just-
this specific track.
Yeah.
On another track like Road America, the results might go to the
Right,
Mustang.
yep. Right.
That's how closely paired they really are.
Right. As far as I'm concerned, even though now I have to buy lunch,
Do I get lunch out of it?
sure, I guess. I guess.
All right, we're good then.
You got to order from the kids' meal though.
Fair enough. I'm a little guy.
But I do think that at the end of the day, we have proven the fact that, again, $36,000, $40,000, you got choices. And with that, this is Chris and Paul and Cam from Sons of Speed, and we'll see you next time on the track.
Alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button right there. And check out the rest of our channel for more great videos.